Hello folks, today I'm going to show you another lab which I probably think it will be the last lab, and the lab says let me put out my notepad. So the task 8 says on R2 filter out the following 4 networks from any neighbor router. Okay, that says we have configured these networks on R2, so we want to filter out from R1 and R3, that was from any neighbor router. These networks are as follows. Okay, we've got all these networks like .63, .0, 80, .0, 57, .0, 60, 71, 93, 35, and 68. But we want to filter 4 of them. So the 4 I chose is 80, because you know the reason in here, the main thing is here you can mix and match the bits of any wire of any network, and you can filter based on the bits, the uncommon bits. Okay, so now we're going to filter 80, 60, 93. I just put it on X mark on before every network that we're going to filter, and 68. Okay, so I change it to binary. So I got this table, and then I change it based on that table. I follow it. So the network 80, which we're gonna filter right here with the X in front of it, we have 80. The 80 is written like this: 64 plus 8, 64 plus 16, which is 80. And second network, which is 60, right here. So 60 is 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4, that is 60. And what is it, 93 is 64 plus 16, which is 96, plus 64 plus 16 plus 1 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1 became 93. And the last one is 68, which is 64 plus 4, which is 68. Okay, so total of uncommon. So now we have a the common bits in here are zeros on the first left octet, on the left octet, and the one before right, and they are another common number, another common bits, which are the 7 is bit. The 7 is bit. All others are uncommon. So how are we going to filter? We are going to accumulate the uncommon bits. So the uncommon bits will be 64, because 64, all the networks, they are not common. They are like several, like 1, 0, 1, 1. So they are not common. They are not all 1, or they are not all 0. But in here, 128, they have got all common. 0, 0, 0, 0, and the 7 bits, the first bits, they've got all common, and the 7 is bits, they got all common, all zeros. By 64, they are not uncommon, in common bits. 32, they are not in common bits. Look here, 16, they are not in common bits. 8, they are not in common bits. 4, they are in common bits, and 1, they are not in common bits. So if you calculate, calculate all of this, they become 125 bits. So the way we filter is, we go to R2, we write access list, because let me show you before I do the access list that I should have the IP address here. To do show run, include section, 174.50. so if I have those networks, you see I have all these networks, I configure it. Okay, so let me write access. So these IP addresses I want to filter out 80, 60, 93 and 68. This is what I've shown you in here. 68, 93, 60, yeah, and 80. So we don't want to see this in the routing table after we filter. So now if we go to R1 and say show IP route EIGRB, and EIGRB include 174.50, we have all the networks here and they are all reachable. If you wanna, like 80 for example, it is reachable. If you go to 68, it's reachable. If you wanna 93, these are all reachable. Okay, so we wanna filter out from, and also the same thing goes as R1 as well. Oh, sorry, on R3 as well. Yeah, GRB include 174.50. And we still have the same. So we still have all the IP address, all the subnet, all the network is here. So what we're gonna do, we are configuring R2 so in a way that it will not send an update to R1 or R3. So how are we going to accomplish that? We're gonna accomplish access list. Let me take 99 for example and say deny 174.50, and then the number. So after we determine, after we accumulate the number, how are we going to figure out the IP address, the network that will have that we will configure on the access list. So the network will be the very first one. So the very first one, we have one and we have another one here. So that means like we have one under 64 and we have one under 60, which means 80. So the first network will be 172.50.80.0.0.0. Then we will use the bits that we accumulate, which is 25.255. And then that is the access that will take care and will filter out 80, 60, and 93 and 68. It will filter out. So permit any. Don't forget permit any. Access list 99, permit any. Okay, and then we're gonna go to router EIGRB1. Then our famous command, distribute list, and then the access list. We call the access list, which is 99, and then outbound. So now we are telling R2 just not to send an update this way or this way, and the command to accomplish that is just out, because if we said out and then specify an interface, so we could choose one interface or this interface, but now we want to affect all the device, so it will not send any updates. If we go to R1 now, before we had all these IP addresses, okay, but now let us see. So now we only have 35, 63 and 71. So how many what did we filter? We filtered 60, we filtered 68, we filtered 80, and we filtered 93. You see, we filter all. So that is the way that we can accomplish, that you can accomplish every scenario that you want. So ACL is really robust feature, so it is helpful. So when you learn very well, you will accomplish any goal and anyhow that you want. Thank you. Have a good day.